Attempting to straddle many different cliches, Purple Hearts quickly loses its footing and only a soulless adaptation is left standing. Find out how in our video, Netflix's Purple Hearts in 5 minutes. Number 4. Jack of All, Master of None? Set to be Netflix's most watched film this year, Purple Hearts plays out like a conservative fan fiction. While the film may attempt to portray a romance between two people from the opposite ends of the political spectrum, its insistence to locate all its sympathies with the US military overshadows everything else. Sophia Carson plays Cassie Salazar, an aspiring musician who enters into a marriage of convenience with Luke Morrow, Nicholas Galitzine, a soon-to-be deployed US Marine officer. Through Cassie and Luke's personal life, the film fully devoted its storyline to fitting in as many issues as possible. The child of an illegal immigrant, Cassie is shown to be working multiple jobs to pay off her debt while struggling to afford insulin medication for herself. Luke, on the other hand, is a recovering addict estranged from his family who has his own financial debts to clear. Initially getting off on the wrong note, owing to their vastly different political views, Luke and Cassie eventually figure out that entering into a fake marriage would provide Cassie with the medical insurance cover to pay for her medication, while also giving Luke access to a monthly allowance. Immigration, the big unaffordable pharma, the drug epidemic, and the United States' frequent foreign military intervention, Purple Hearts is a melting pot of American problems. However, director Elizabeth Allen Rosenbaum didn't take this opportunity to make social commentaries. Through the almost 2-hour duration of the film, we see these obstacles papered over by simplistic solutions, almost all of which find their origins in the conservative line of argument. Eventually, this leaves little faith in Luke and Cassie's individual convictions that form the basis of their disagreement. Number 3. Is it a commercial success? Purple Hearts has also raked in views since it's been sold as a story about people who come together despite their differences, the classic and evergreen enemies to lovers trope. With an uncomplicated cliche to enact, it's as easy to get wrong as it is entertaining. Cassie and Luke are presented as steadfastly placed on opposing ends of the political spectrum. The film's end goal being that these two find a way to overcome their differences hurdles the characters to that common ground, leaving behind a jumbled mess. While Cassie, a liberal minority second-generation immigrant, is at first shown to be critical of the military, by the halfway mark, her character is unrecognizably devoid of any such feelings. Instead, the storyline veers into her writing songs for the emotional upliftment of the soldiers and caring for an injured Luke. When Cassie's principles are written as so fleeting and easily compromised, it feels less of a gamble, less of a risk and sacrifice for her to be with Luke, thereby making the basis of the plot wafer thin. Number 2. Is it military's attempt to improve its image? The military entertainment complex in the United States exists as its own unique marriage of convenience between the two industries. For decades, the entertainment industry has been given access to exclusive equipment and location in exchange for a favorable portrayal of the US Armed Forces. The US Department of Defense, to that extent, also consults filmmakers on the scripts. The final product of Purple Hearts is also reflective of the same, with Rosenbaum revealing in an interview with an outlet that a Navy veteran acted as a military advisor and tweaked the script to allow the filmmakers access to exclusive defense shooting locations. The change in the script, she admitted, was to balance out the portrayal of the Marine Corps. Purple Hearts is a daunting undertaking in terms of genre. Not only does it aim to reconcile contrary views, but it also wants to do so in a politically charged climate. Since it also threads the line of the personal is political, with both Cassie and Luke seemingly born into their political leanings, it should have centered it when resolving their conflicts. Choosing to sideline the same renders a shallow product. For a film that ventures into so many political themes, this feels like a cowardly adventure, and the audience is left with a cookie-cutter Netflix book-to-movie adaptation. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Number 1. A Nicholas Sparks ripoff? On the surface, Netflix's widely popular Purple Hearts is a typical romantic drama. An enemies to lovers marriage of convenience story set amid soft lighting, Toys Alley filming locations, and a soundtrack full of original songs. Purple Hearts has enough aesthetic appeal to feel like an interesting update on the Nicholas Sparks formula. The film, which debuted on July 29th, has been the most watched movie of the month, racking up over 1 million hours in 1 week alone and over 150 million hours since its release. Romances, however, aren't usually high on everyone's hate watch list, and Purple Hearts seems to infuriate as many viewers as it enchants. The story revolves around a troubled Marine and a strong-willed singer who would wind up faking a marriage for money despite their ideologically opposed viewpoints. That's the key to the film's title. His red viewpoint and her blue viewpoint melding together make Purple Hearts. Despite the titular color scheme, however, there's no mutual shift toward the middle here. In this story, for these lovebirds to unite, one of these worldviews has to tilt toward the other. And that was Purple Hearts in 5 minutes. Hope you guys liked it. We'll be back here again with another video on our YouTube channel.